Hey guys, it's Jessica, and today I'm going to be trying a bunch of makeup that other beauty YouTubers here have recommended in different videos. They're products that they loved. I have a pile of, I think, 9 different products here from 9 different YouTubers that I'm so excited about. I don't have enough to do like an entire full face of this, so any other makeup I use off camera, I will have linked below if you're curious like which foundation I use, etc. So let's start with the ThaTaylaa or Taylor Wynn here on YouTube. One of her favorites is the NYX Angel Veil Skin Perfecting Primer. The reason I'm excited to try this is because another primer she loves, the Revlon Pore Reducing one, has become a holy grail of mine. So that kind of makes me feel like primer-wise we have similar tastes. So I'm excited to try this. I think she said she likes the Revlon one more than this one. So it's a white cream type product. This has been available from NYX for a very long time. Like back before I had a YouTube channel, I feel like this was out. Ooh, I'm probably tried it back then. I just don't remember. And I also, my makeup tastes have changed so much in 6-7 years, you know? This is so baby soft. It definitely has that slightly silicone-y feel, but not exactly. Like, it doesn't feel exactly like the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer that's super silicone-y and slippy, but it definitely still has that slippy feeling. It definitely smoothed the areas. I can't say the word smoothed. Why is that so hard to say? That feels nice. We'll see how foundation sits on top. You notice I didn't put it out here. I don't know. I feel like primers like this, a lot of times when I start putting them, especially in this outer region, I start to get pilling up of different things. And I do have this on top of a vitamin C serum and an SPF moisturizer like I do with everything. So I don't think we should have any pilling. I think the packaging of this is really pretty though too. So the next product we're gonna try, I'd actually written down as a favorite from RachhLoves here on YouTube. However, as I was investigating further, because I'd remembered her using this in quite a few videos and talking about it, I figured out that she was actually trying this out in a similar video I'm doing today, but it was one of Tati's favorites. But I already have another product I'm gonna try today that's Tati's favorite. So this is RachhLoves / Tati's favorite, but it's the Stands Out Sponge. This was sent to me probably a year and a half ago, and it's been sitting in a drawer waiting to be tried. You finally made it, Sponge. Today is your day to shine. But it's really, really bizarre because it's super squishy and memory foam-like. Very weird. The sponge is kind of like a diamond-ish. So we're gonna try my favorite little foundation combo, the Covergirl and Olay Advanced Radiance mixed with the Misha BB Cream. So I'm actually going to try it by just, I don't even know what side to use of this. I'll use this like smaller side. My understanding is you don't have to wet it or anything. Am I supposed to wet this? Well, I've already screwed up. So I'm finally reading the back of the box, and it says it's recommended to use the sponge damp the first 3 to 5 uses while in its break-in period. After that, water is optional. I'll say this, even without watering it, or you know what I mean, wetting it, it applied it pretty nicely. I don't think it was perfect around the nose region, which is why I started thinking maybe I should have wet it. So I think once I do that, I mean, this was great. And listen, the idea of not having to wet a sponge is glorious to me because I use a sponge every day and it gets old. You just get tired of wetting it. I'm gonna go dampen it and see if it kind of fixes the area around my nose a little bit. All right, we are damp. I know what it means by break-in period though, because I even feel my favorite sponge is the L'Oreal pink one. But I agree that even with that one, I feel like the first week or 2 of using it, it's just not at its optimal performance level. But then suddenly it is. I can't explain it other than that. So yeah, the dampening definitely helped tamp down any last little bit that was kind of lingering on top of the skin. But it doesn't like soak up a ton of the product. Obviously it soaks up some of it. But let me tap on a little bit more. I feel like coverage-wise, it created a good coverage level right off the bat. Whereas a lot of times, even with this combo, I'll have to go in like a full second time with another pump. I'm pretty impressed with this. I can't even deny it. We're gonna try it with the concealer I'm gonna use too. I'm pre-filming, so at the time I'm filming this, I haven't been on my 2-week trip to Europe, but while you're watching this, I most likely am. And I'm already thinking, I'm looking at my travel makeup bag and I'm like, maybe I'll bring this, but I'm like, Jessica, slow down. You need to try it a couple more times. So the next product was a recommendation from Andrea Matillano here on YouTube. I love her channel. I love her. She loves the Colourpop No Filter Concealer. Loves it. And I was at Ulta the other day and they sell Colourpop in store, which was a surprise to me. She just loves this concealer. And so I was like, let me just try it. I got the shade medium 20 because when I was swatching them in store, I'm like, yeah, it's neutral. Then when I got home, I was kind of messing with it and I was like, this might be too dark, but we're gonna try it anyway. I like the frosted glass. Yeah, this is, well, I mean, no, it's really not too dark. I think it's not the shade I should have gone with, but I think it'll be just fine. We're gonna find out. So I'm gonna use a different part of the sponge, kind of squeeze it together. Probably not a good idea to mix trying two things at once. I'm like the worst scientist in the world. But I love that it's so unbelievably squishy that it's really easy to squeeze it and get into that crevice. That's something I struggle with my L'Oreal sponge, so I typically use a brush, which I will use a brush for the other side with the concealer so I can really see how it performs. So it blended it in really quickly. The concealer blended in fast. Definitely looking at coverage, no coverage. I do think it's not crazy high coverage. I don't mind that. I don't love super high coverage concealers. You know what I'm saying? So let's try it with a brush the normal way I do it to see how it does that way. I love concealers that have a flat doe foot applicator like this one. There's something about that it just helps glide the product so softly and seamlessly across the skin. I just love concealers with that. So I definitely think there's a little bit higher coverage with the brush. By the way, the brush I always use for concealer is the Sephora Pro Flawless Airbrush number 56. It's my favorite. It's kind of pricey, but you know what, you guys? It's like the best investment you can make. If you take care of it, it'll last you forever, and it is so perfect for concealer. So, looks really nice. It definitely is settling into my fine lines a little bit. I've got fine lines that just won't quit. Anyone else? Not a deal breaker for me because all of them do. I'm kind of curious if I take the sponge, if it'll soak up, I mean, it should, in theory, soak up any excess concealer that's just kind of sitting on top. So excited to use this again. And actually, I think that color, it kind of seemed dark to me in person, but once it's blended out, it matches my skin tone, which I like. I don't like it to be too light. So let me throw my brows on and we will be right back. All right, brows are done and we are gonna move into eye primer. So this is a recommendation from Allie Glines. And she really likes the NARS Tinted Smudgeproof Eyeshadow Base in the shade Light. Again, that's based on your skin tone. She and I have very similar skin tones, so I'm just using the same one. I think she was saying she likes that it kind of blanks out the base. It's actually got some decent coverage. Kind of concealer-like, but it also has that stickiness that shadow likes to hold on to, which is, of course, the whole point of eye primer. Yeah, it definitely has some coverage, man. I've tried this NARS Smudgeproof eyeshadow base, but it was in like the white, or I guess it was like translucent, like their original. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it, but I think I mentioned before, I think I ended up using it all the way up because I didn't think it was terrible, but it wasn't good enough for me to feel like I want to buy it again. But I was curious, since she raved so much about this, to try one that actually has some color to it. And this is way, way better already. And it doesn't even feel like the same texture. The other one was really thin. Already loving this. This reminds me of the Smashbox one that I really like. Ooh, I know, again, I'm thinking of my travel makeup. I'm like, maybe I switch this out too. But I'm like, Jessica, come on. You gotta try it more than like 30 seconds. So for eyeshadow, I wanted to try this recommendation from Paige. She loves this Scattered Light glitter eyeshadow. And I think she loves the shade Ray. So I picked it up. And I have had a lot of good luck with a lot of Hourglass products. And I feel like Jamie and I, we both have dry skin. I think hers might be a little bit drier than mine, but we have a lot of similar likes. So I figured I would probably like this. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Let's just swatch it first. It's such a gorgeous thin layer with glitter in it. It's got silver glitter, but it's definitely like a warm toned bronze. Ooh, so here's what I think I'm gonna do. This is, you know what, I had better powder my face because if this gets everywhere, I want to be able to wipe it off. All right, now that that's powdered, I'm just going to go in with my finger and swipe it on. Oh. It's sticking really well to this primer. Like I can almost feel the primer like grabbing it. Like the little primer hands are reaching out. Wow. I feel like it's like the Luke Wilson, wow. Have you guys seen that like meme or whatever? The glitter on this, the sparkle is so pretty. She was right. She's saying it just catches the light, crap, so beautifully. Of course, she's better at applying makeup than I am. I am a buffoon. So I'm gonna grab some other shadow to kind of blend this together, but holy moly, that's pretty. I actually just used the transition shade in the Wet n Wild's Walking on Eggshells quad. I'm gonna take a little bit more and tap it on top now that I've got it kind of a little bit more seamless. All right, this one for real might come with me. I had packed a Colourpop shadow in the shade Amaze because it's a similar effect where this is not a cream like the Colourpop one is, but a similar effect where you tap it on and it's just that glitter catches the light so beautifully. This does have a little stopper that you stick in it. Reminds me of the L'Oreal Infallible little loose shadows. So there's a little bit of glitter fallout, but nothing like crazy. All right, next one we're gonna try is the Collab Mascara. This is one that Tati has raved about that she absolutely loves. I think I got the right one. I guess we're gonna find out. But it says it boosts lash volume. It's the Balm. I hope this is the right one. It says it gives like an extreme like fanned out effect, etc., etc., etc. Oh, I got it in black brown. I meant to get it in black, but I bought this months ago for this video. So I've already curled my lashes. It's definitely a natural fiber brush. It's kind of curved a little bit. I definitely prefer natural fiber brushes. I feel like they end up catching more lashes than and it looks a little more, I don't know. I don't really know why I prefer that. But I feel like a lot of times when it's like the fake plasticky ones, those like I always stab my eye, first of all, always with those. And then I gotta wait 5 minutes, then my mascara is running, and then, so one coat without. Not the most voluminous right off the bat, but let's do another layer. I always do like 2 or 3 layers anyways. Definitely curled. It's just not as like thickly volumized as I typically like, but this looks nice. I mean, again, I'm always so picky with mascara because I found ones that I love. It does look good. It does look good. I think it just took a little more work than I'm used to get there, but I'm gonna double check that this is the exact one she recommended. Well, I have royally screwed up. This is not the one. This one's the Balm. She likes the Works. Well, this one's not terrible. I'll probably toss on another layer because I'm a monster. So I have to say, I typically don't powder my entire face so early on. And then I was using a cream bronzer just to continue getting ready. And I thought, oh no, I've already powdered my whole face. It's gonna look weird. That actually blended really easily and it didn't move around the foundation as much. So we're gonna go in with this next recommendation. This is a favorite of Samantha Ravndahl here on YouTube. It is the Marc Jacobs Spotlight Glow Stick. She might be the only one I've heard talk about this, unless I'm living under a rock. I love cream highlights. This is a really pretty shade. It looks like it can kind of look natural. I'm liking it. This might go with me on my trip. I just love cream highlights, and I mean, you could go straight on with the stick, I'm sure. I just don't feel the need. I feel like even getting a little bit on your hand, like this is going to last you 1,000 years. Talk about like an investment, assuming this doesn't go bad too quickly, which maybe it will. But this, I mean, you're never gonna go through this, ever, in a million years. This looks really pretty, and it didn't take a lot of effort to blend out, which is nice. Some cream and liquid highlights do. I mean, they just take a little bit more work, and that's usually when I'm like, nope, and I'll just tap out because I don't have the time, A, and B, or the care to, because there are products out there that don't need it. If you're curious about my favorite, more affordable options, I did do a video on drugstore cream products, the best and the worst. I ranked them, I show them on my face, and they're all, of course, a lot cheaper, but this is really pretty. We're pretty much done. We got to do the lips. I've got 2 more recommendations. So this next one is from Kathleen Lights. She mentioned that she loves the Milani Easy Liner Retractable Pencil in the shade Most Natural. So let's try this. This is a good shade for every day. Look at that. I just have it on the bottom. Talk about like one you can kind of smudge. This reminds me of the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk one, which I actually really like that one. I have it right here. Hold on. But of course it's so pricey. That one is Pillow Talk and this one's the Milani. Definitely a different shade, pretty darn similar. And you know what? I think this Milani one is a little bit better for my lips. It looks a little bit more like my lips, but better. Oh. Now this is probably not gonna go well with the next thing we're gonna try on, but it has been so hard for me to find a lip liner that really is the right shade for me. Either it's too pink or it's too brown. This one's like right in the middle and it's super inexpensive. So check that out. So the next one I've heard Emily Noel rave about. This is from NIVEA. It's their Blackberry Lip Care. And it's literally like a lip balm, but it's colored. So it's got this nice kind of berry tone. Holy moly. Oh, it smells like blue Kool-Aid. Guys, it smells crazy. I thought it would smell good, but it smells better than I thought. So let's just see. I know it doesn't really go with the lip liner, but this is nice. This is nice. So here's the deal. If you're someone that isn't into lipstick, or you want something you don't need to worry about all day long, you still want it to have color, this was so glidey, so comfortable, but there's still like, that looks like I tried. It looks like I'm intentionally wearing lipstick, but really it's just this kind of sheer wash of color, and it smells so, so good. Oh my gosh. So, and actually that totally worked with the liner, because I feel like this without the liner, at least on my lips, products like this look messy. I have to have a liner or else it just looks smudgy, but not in a cute way, kind of like in a, ew, what's wrong with your lips way. So those were all of the ones I wanted to try. I don't think there was a dud in the bunch. I feel like my look really came together. I love that eyeshadow, loved the lip products. I feel like the foundation looks really good on top of that primer, so I'm excited to try that some more. Obviously mascara, we know what I screwed up. I liked how quickly the concealer blended in. It looks nice. It looks like what I typically like concealer to look like. I definitely think it sinks into fine lines, so if you have even more than me, I think it sinks in a little bit more than other ones do. I love that highlighter stick. Oh my gosh. And that eye primer, I feel like the eyeshadow stuck to it really nicely, and I like that it canceled out all that I had going on there. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you to all the YouTubers I mentioned for doing videos that I like to watch. These are all YouTubers I watch. If you did enjoy this style of video, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up. I hope that you will subscribe before you leave. I do 3 videos a week, typically beauty and lifestyle. I hope you also come say hi to me on social media. It's GMBeauty89 everywhere, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.